Okay, welcome back. We're going to go ahead and do the Zeus build part two, the armor and the runes breakdown. I think what everybody has really been wanting to see. We did weapons and stuff in part one, but now we're going to go ahead and focus on the armor setup. I just got done fighting the queen. Um, Actually, I'm going to go ahead and grab this before I forget. All right, cool. So yeah, I just got done fighting the queen, which I actually had two more Valkyries I had to fight that I completely forgot about, so I'll post those as well. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get into it. We're going to go head over to armor. Okay, so the Zeus armor itself. So each piece, um, the shoulders, arms, and the waistband or the legs, you have to get each piece from killing certain Valkyries on New Game Plus. I believe it's the Muspelheim, Alfheim, and then the Queen for sure. I think you get the belt from the Queen. I can't remember which one you get from the other two Valkyries, but you get a piece from each one of them. But if you want to play through the whole game with the Zeus armor, like if you want to go beat the Queen again, you'll have to go into another New Game Plus to save because you get a piece of the armor from killing the Queen on New Game Plus. But if you look, the Cuirass of Zeus massively increases the damage of Kratos' standard attacks, but also intensifies the damage he receives. Both effects grow significantly as more pieces of the Zeus armor set are worn. And this is half the reason why people don't believe that I'm playing on Give Me God of War. This is just how good the Zeus armor is. I mean, strength 60, runic 60, defense is 60. It's the same thing with the arms, and so when you add these, it just stacks your damage a ton. But it also, again, increases the damage you take. I mean, I can get hit by a Draugr and get one hit and die. So this build is really meant for people to play without getting hit because you can just do a crap ton of damage. It's a great armor set. In my opinion, it's the best armor set of the game. We'll just go ahead and start with the chest. We'll go to the sockets. So the current ones I'm using are Perfect, Mark of the Traveler. So slowly regenerates a protective barrier that absorbs a single attack. Uh, Also increases your strength, defense, and vitality, um, which is great. So if you got that absorbed, you take one hit before being hit again. Again, perfect for the Zeus build because the Zeus build also increases the damage you take. The next one would be the Perfect Mark of Protection. Activate immediately after being hit to recover faster. Also has a passive effect that increases the timing window on parries and greatly increases defense when blocking. I really like this one because you can be a second late when you see the gold circle when an enemy is attacking you and still get a perfect block to parry. Before, if you didn't have this one on, you would have to block. I mean, immediately it would have to actually be a perfect block to get the parry. But this one, you can be a second late and still get a perfect parry or a perfect block. It's a great rune if you can get it. The next one, perfect mark of Cavalier. Excuse me if I can't pronounce it properly, but this is a last second dodge. Activates Realm Shift, temporarily slowing down surrounding enemies. So if you dodge perfectly, it will cause Realm Shift and it'll slow down time. It's only just for a few seconds, but this is great too because I like to move around with the Zeus build. So if you dodge on a perfect um, dodge, you'll slow down time. Um, Works really good with the Valkyries and any other enemies. I have a lot of fun with this one as well. Okay, the arms. We'll go to the socket here. Um, Perfect Mark of the Ancients. I mean, it kind of gets the point on whichever ones you want. The previous three on the chest are some of the best ones that I've got. These next ones are kind of just again personal choice. Like this one, Perfect Elemental Shielding, 85% resistance against frost, burn, and poison. Um, I really just put this one on because it's a level 9 and increases all my stats. I mean, I've got 387 strength, 300 runic, almost a level 11 basically. I don't even know if you can get to a level 11. If you can, that's awesome. I don't know how to do it yet, but so I've got perfect mark of the ancients for that one. Evaldi's corrupted mind. Nearby enemies within 15 meters are weakened. This one's really good. If you come up with a bunch of enemies, they're already weakened. So that on top of the damage that the Zeus build is doing, you're just chiefing through enemies. Also, if you see it increases the stats a ton and increases strength, runic, defense, and vitality. Defense by 18. The next one, Perfect Mark of Tyr. Low perk activation chance to grant short boost to strength, defense, and runic when damage is taken, which, I mean, I try not to take damage to begin with, so this one's kind of, again, just a personal choice. It's a level 9. I mainly use it because of all the stat increases, the strength, the runic, defense, vitality, luck, and cooldown. Um, I don't know, you could probably swap it out with something else. Um, yeah, I mean, this one, I just pretty much use this one because it's a higher level. Okay, we'll go to the belt, go to the sockets. The first one I have is Heart of the Valkyrie. Very low perk activation chance on any successful weapon hit to grant protection of the Valkyrie, granting 50% resistance to all status effects and possibility of being staggered by enemy attacks. So again, you know, I have a low perk activation chance when I hit something to grant me power of the Valkyrie, or protection of the Valkyrie. So great perk to have because, I mean, you're always hitting something, so you always have a low chance of getting protection of the Valkyrie. The next one is Brilliant Scale of the Chain. Again, more of a personal choice. Moderate perk activation chance to grant a Blessing of Runic when using a Runic attack. So, you know, I'm always using Runic attacks, so to me this was a good choice. And the next one is just Tyr's Shard. Just because of all the stat increases it does. It doesn't really do anything specific. Again, I could probably swap it out. Like I also use Asgard's Shard of Existence sometimes. Holding L1 for several seconds grants fortification, causing an explosive knockback after the next successful block. But if you look over at my stats, it does drop pretty much all of them except defense. So that's why I use Tyr's Shard. You know, sometimes I use this one, Logi's Fiery Shard, because it increases Nemean Crush. And if you saw my first video, then I almost always use the Nemean Crush runic. Um, you know, you could use Envari's Soul, very high perk activation chance to grant a health burst on any successful runic attack. Um, Again, some of these are just really personal choice. I just like this one because of all the stat increases. Strength, runic, defense, vitality, luck, and cooldown, so all of them. Um, Again, just my opinion on that one. And the last one is for the talisman. So the talisman itself, I have Talisman of the Realms. So this is Realm Shift. 25-second cooldown. Um, you know, summon a Realm Shift that temporarily slows down surrounding enemies. I can show it real quick if you look. So now it slows down. I have about 6-7 seconds to do whatever, and that's when I apply my runics, you know, all that stuff. And you can use that, again, to slow down time. And then on top of the dodge shift, again, you're always using this realm shift and always slowing down time. You're always able to stack your damage. It's a great, great talisman to have. We'll go to the sockets, though. Leviathan's Eye increases damage of all axe throws by 6%, stacks up to 18%. So, you know, on top of my Retribution handle, that increases the axe throws and recall. You know, again, another really good rune to have, and you can stack it up to 18%. So I could add 2 more of these and have some incredibly powerful axe throws. I don't really use the axe throws a ton during the Valkyries, mainly just to knock them out of the air. So, I mean, I kind of just have this one just to increase the damage a little bit. Again, personal choice. You kind of just got to mix and match the ones you want. If you're looking to just increase your level, you know, try to get the highest level ones you can get. Next one is Yord's Temporal Stone. Very low perk activation chance to temporarily slow down enemies when damage is taken. So again, with this build, I try not to take any damage to begin with, but if I do get hit by something, I have a low perk activation to, again, do Realm Shift to slow down enemies and get myself out of a pinch and to apply a bunch of damage. So really good rune, level 9, runic, luck, cooldown, all that stuff. I mean, again, one of the top ones you can have. And then Eye of the Winged of the Chosen. I chose this one because I was fighting the Queen just recently, and you gain a burst of speed and travel an increased distance when evading. So when I roll out of the way, I roll a little bit further than what I do before. When I dodge, I'm a little bit further out of the way too. So that's why I picked that one. Works great for the Queen because she goes up in the air, she shoots down her fireball, and then she slams down on the ground. So it gives you a little bit more of an invading distance when you do that. But yeah, that's my Zeus build. Like I said, in my opinion, the best set of armor in the game. This is why people think that I'm not playing on Give Me God of War, because the Zeus build is just that good. I mean, it just, again, massively increases the damage of Kratos' standard attacks. I mean, this set, if you want to do a ton of damage, this is a set for you. It adds a little bit more challenge to the game, and that's where I got into these no hit runs on the Valkyries, because it's just a fun set to play with. Um, like I said, you get each one of these pieces from killing a Valkyrie in New Game Plus, and then you get the final piece from killing the Queen on New Game Plus. Um, if I'm honest, I can't remember where I get the talisman. I'd have to go back and look it up. But if you can get these and kind of socket it the way you want, you're going to have a pretty good build, and you're going to chief through those Valkyries just like I'm doing in my videos. As far as Atreus, just using a New Game Plus Vestment of the Hunter, Prey becomes a Predator, massively decreases Atreus' arrow recharge time and increases recovery speed. Um, has all the perks of the Legendary Runic Vestment, has all the perks of the Legendary Sharpshooter Guard, really just makes him shoot faster, and replenishes the arrows a lot faster. Really good set. I mean, I'm not so worried about his armor as much as I am Kratos' set, but yeah. And that's my set. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you have any questions, I'll just try to answer them the best of my ability. Thanks.